Proverbs chapter 15. A gentle answer deflects anger, but a harsh word make tempers flare. The tongues of the wise make knowledge appealing, but the mouths of a fool belch out foolishness. The Lord is watching everywhere, keeping his eyes on both the evil and the good. Gentle words are a tree of life. A deceitful tongue crushes the spirit. Only a fool despises a parent's discipline. Whoever learns from correction is wise. There is treasure in the house of the godly, but the learning of the wicked brings trouble. The lips of the wise give good advice. The heart of a fool has none to give. The Lord detests the sacrifice of the wicked, but he delights in the prayer of the upright. The Lord detests the way of the wicked, but he loves those who pursue godliness. Whoever abandons the right path will be severely disciplined. Whoever hates correction will die. Even death and destruction hold no secret from the Lord. How much more does he know the human heart? Mockers hate to be corrected, so they stay away from the wise. A glad heart makes a happy face, a broken heart crushes the spirit. A wise person is hungry for knowledge, while the fool feeds on trash. For the disappointed, every day brings trouble. For the happy heart, life is a calm, continuing feast. Better to have a little with fear for the Lord than to have great treasure and inner turmoil. A bowl of vegetable with someone you love is better than steak with someone you hate. A hot-tempered person starts a fight. A cool-tempered person stops them. A lazy person's way is blocked with briars, but the path of the upright is an open highway. Sensible children bring joy to the father. Foolish children despise the mother. Foolishness brings joy to those with no sense. A sensible person stays on the right path. Plans go wrong for lack of advice. Many advisors bring success. Everyone enjoying a fitting reply. It is wonderful to say the right things at the right time. The path of the life leads upward for the wise. They leave the grave behind. The Lord tears down the house of the proud, but he protects the property of widows. The Lord detests the evil plans, but he denies the impure words. Greed brings grief to the whole family, but those who hate bribes will live. The heart of a godly thinks carefully before speaking. The mouth of the wicked overflows with evil words. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he heard the prayer of the righteous. A cheerful look brings joy to the heart. Good news makes for good health. If you listen to constructive criticism, you will be at home among the wise. If you reject discipline, you only harm yourself. But if you listen to correction, you grow in understanding. Fear of the Lord teaches wisdom. Humility precedes honors. Chapter 16. We can make our own plans, but the Lord gives the right answer. People may be pure in their own eyes, but the Lord examines their motives. Commit your action to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. The Lord has made everything for his own purpose, even the wicked for day of disaster. The Lord detests the proud. They will surely be punished. Unfailing love and faithfulness make atonement for sin. By fearing the Lord, people avoid the evil. When people live please the Lord, even their enemies are at peace with them. Better to have little with godliness than to be rich and dishonest. We can make our plan, but the Lord determines our steps. The king speaks with divine wisdom. He must never judge unfairly. The Lord demands accurate scale and balance. He set the standard for fairness. A king detests wrongdoing, for his rule is built on justice. The king is pleased with word from righteous lips. He loves those who speak honestly. The anger of the king is deadly threat. The wise will try to appease. When the king smiles, there is life. His favor refreshes like a spring rain. How much better to get wisdom than gold, and good judgment than silver. The path of the virtuous lead away from evil. Whoever follows that path is safe. Pride goes before destruction, and haughtiness before a fall. Better to live humbly with the poor than to share plunder with the proud. Those who listen to instruction will prosper. Those who trust the Lord will be joyful. The wise are known for their understanding, and pleasant words are persuasive. Discretion is a life-giving fountain to those who possess it, but discipline is waste on fool. From a wise mind comes wise speech. The word of the wise are persuasive. Kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. There is a path before each person that seems right, but its end in death. It is good for a worker to have an appetite, and empty stomach drives them on. Scoundrels create trouble. The world are a destructive place. A troublemaker plants the seed of strife. Gospel separate the best friends. Violent people mislead their companions, lead them down a harmful path. With narrowed eyes, people plot evil. With a smirk, they plan their mischief. Gray hair is a crown of glory. It is gained by living a godly life. Better to be patient than powerful. Better to have self-control than to conquer a city. We may throw the dice, but the Lord determines how they fall. Chapter 17. Better try crust eaten in peace than a house filled with feasting and conflict. A wise servant will rule over the master's disgraced son, and will share the inheritance of the master's children. Fire tests the purity of silver and gold, but the Lord tests the heart. Wrongdoers eagerly listen to gossip. Liars pay close attention to slander. Those who mock the poor insult their maker. Those who rejoice at the misfortune of the others will be punished. Grandchildren are the crowning glory of their age. Parents are the pride of the children's. Eloquent words are not fit for a fool, even less are lies fitting for a ruler. A bride is like a lucky charm. Whoever gives one will prosper. Love prospers when a fault is forgiven, but dwelling on it separates close friends. A single rebuke does not more for a person of understanding than 100 lashes on the back of a fool. Evil people are eager for rebellion, but they will be severely punished. It is safe to meet a bear robbed of her cubs than to control a fool caught in foolishness. If you repay good with evil, evil will never leave your house. Starting quarrel is like opening a floodgate, so stopping a dispute breaks out. Acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent, both are detestable to the Lord. It is senseless to pay to educate a fool, since he has no heart for learning. A friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in time of need. It is poor judgment to guarantee another person's debt or put up security for a friend. Anyone who loves to quarrel loves sin. Anyone who trusts in high wall invites disaster. The crooked heart will not prosper. The lying tongue tumbled into trouble. It is painful to be a parent of a fool. There is no joy for the father of a rebel. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. The wicked take secret pride and pervert the cause of justice. Sensible people keep their eyes glued on wisdom, but a fool's eyes wander to the end of the earth. Foolish children bring grief to their father, and bitterness to the one who gave them birth. It is wrong to punish the godly for being good, or to flog the leader for being honest. A true wise person uses few words. A person with understanding is even-tempered. Even fools are thought wise when they keep silence. With their mouth shut, they seem intelligent. Okay, there's several words I like from these 3 chapters. The first one is like the last verses from chapter 16 is saying we can toss the dice, but God will decide what would be. That is kind of a very good example, is talking about the fate or our life or everything or every second in our life. We can make a decision for our life. We can put an effort for our life, but only God makes the decision. So just do your best to follow God's commandment and let God do His will done. And secondly, it's kind of like the chapter 17 also say, if we repaid good to the evil, then the evil will not never leave your house. So that is also give us a lesson how we can face the evil, and which is follow God's commandment. Alright, so that's today's Bible learning. Hope everybody like it. God bless everyone. Let's see you tomorrow.